Alright guys, so today we are going to be looking at the names of the notes on the treble clef. So to understand the names of the treble clef, we need to see that right here on the treble clef, that spot right there, where it is circling around the second line, that is a G. Okay, and that's what the treble clef actually means. That right there, this note right here, that one is a G. So based off of that information, we can go G, F, E, D, and then we know that this first note right there, that one is a C. Okay? Now notice I stepped down, I went line, space, and those are the steps. So that first note is a C, and notice that is also our middle C that we were learning about in a previous module on our middle C. Okay. Our next note, we are on a line. This is the first ledger line below the staff. We go to the first space below the staff on the treble clef, and that one is a step up from the C, so it would be a D. Okay, step up from the D, we are on the space below, so we go to a line. Remember, steps are line, space, line, space. This one is an E. And if I continue the pattern, line, space, F, space to line is a G, line to space is an A, space to line would be a B, line to space would be a C, space to line would be a D, line to space would be an E, space to line is F, and finally line to space is G. I'm going to go ahead and add one more right here. This is our first ledger line above the staff, and that one would be an A. Now we have all the notes from the ledger line below the staff all the way up to the ledger line above the staff. Now next up, we want to know, just from memory, what are all the names on the treble clef. Okay, and so once we have figured out all these names, they never change. Taking a look at this bottom line, this one is an E. We already figured it out from up above. There's our E. And then next up is a G. Next up is a B, D, and F. Okay, and if you want to double check, you can go back and forth between here and there, here and there, to see exactly what the letter names are from what we figured out before. And let's do the same thing with our spaces, F, A, C, E. Okay, now this isn't how we remember them. The way we remember them is by using phrases. So I like Elvis's guitar broke down Friday for the lines, and for the spaces, it spells out the word face. So space and face rhyme, space equals face. So those are the lines and the spaces on the treble clef. Now we need to be able to use it to figure out what are all the note names just in a random order. So here we take, this is on the second line, so I go Elvis's guitar, that's a G. Then I go Elvis's guitar broke on that line, that's a B. Now, on these, you always want to make sure, is this a line or a space first? Okay, so this next one, this one is a space, so I go third space, F, A, C. Okay, first line, that would be Elvis's. Remember, when we are counting our lines, we're always starting from the bottom, going up. F, A. All right, and then next up we have Elvis's guitar broke down Friday. That's the last one. Elvis's guitar broke down. Elvis. All right, now for this one right here, we can either memorize it from before or we can figure it out based off of the steps. This one is a line. This one is a line. So we know there is a space in between. We have the first space below the treble clef, and that one is a D. Now below the D, we have the next one is a C. Now if you are having trouble going backwards in the alphabet, write it out. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, and now I can go, we are on an E, and I need to go backwards in the alphabet, so I go E, D. Okay, and then I go D, backwards in the alphabet, because we are going down, we are stepping down, is a C. Make sure when you are stepping down, you are going backwards in the alphabet. The easiest mistake to go is E, step away, F, step away, G, and those would be wrong. Okay, it is a D and a C there. All right, so our next one, first space, is an F. Now we also have this one, first space below the staff. We actually just figured it out. If we hadn't figured it out before, then I go, that bottom line is an E, so step below the E, I go backwards in the alphabet to a D. All right, and finally, let's take a look at this one. That last line is an F. Elvis's guitar broke down Friday. Now a step above, we go line to a space. A step above that would be a G. So that last note is a G. Okay, so this will help you out on your assignment with numbers 1 through 16. There's lots of practice for you on these, and it's really important for you to get this down. What are the names of the notes on the treble clef? Because once you get this down, then you're able to take that and put it with whatever your instrument is, the specific place or how you play it on that specific instrument. Once you have these learned on the treble clef, the names of these notes don't change. It just changes how you play it on each individual instrument. Okay, and it also helps when you are able to talk with other people. I am playing a G here, and everyone else knows what the G is like for their instrument and what it sounds like. That is the end of lecture 1. And remember, be better than you were yesterday.